Okay, so welcome to the deep dive, and today
Yeah.
we are,
Locked in.
yeah, totally locked in on this
Huge.
huge news that just dropped from Marvel.
The Avengers. Doomsday cast reveal.
Yeah, Avengers. Doomsday cast reveal.
A lot to unpack.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and our listeners, they're the kind of people who want to know all the details.
They want the nitty gritty.
Yeah, they don't want to have to like wade through all the online chatter
Exactly.
to try to figure out what's really going on.
We're giving them the shortcut.
We are. This is like
The deep dive.
do the essentials.
Exactly.
And some really surprising stuff in here too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, we've got a lot of sources to pull from for this one.
Yeah, we've got Marvel's live stream, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Where they
revealed all this.
revealed it.
Yeah.
And then reports from Consequence,
Beat.
E-News, AV Club,
And the Economic Times.
the Economic Times.
So, yeah, we're covering all the bases here.
You got you covered. And so our mission for this deep dive is to like...
Go beyond just, like, listing names.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Not just reading a
The
list.
significance of the cast.
Yes, and what it tells us about where the MCU is going.
Exactly.
So I think a good place to start would be like how they even announced this thing.
Oh, the announcement itself was
Because it was
unconventional.
It was so weird.
5 hours.
5-hour live stream.
Can you believe that?
I mean, what were they thinking?
Empty chairs, just like
Just like,
drifting into view.
I know, slowly,
One by one.
each one had a name on it.
A star's name.
It was so bizarre.
But you got to look at the reaction. Some people loved it.
Right.
It was like the slow burn.
Yeah.
Like they were building anticipation.
Drip feeding the information.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, keeping people hooked for hours.
And it's kind of genius when you think about it.
It is.
Like in this day and age where everything is so instant.
Instant gratification. Yeah, they managed to like stretch this out
Make it an event.
into this whole event. Yeah.
But
But not everybody was thrilled.
you know the internet.
The internet.
They had their jokes,
Oh, the memes were flying.
comparing it to like
Oh, I saw one that was like watching paint dry.
waiting for your microwave to finish.
Yes, exactly. It was like, oh my God, how long is this going to take?
But hey, it got people talking.
It did. It got everybody talking about it, that's for sure.
So mission accomplished in a way.
Right. So let's actually talk about the names on those chairs because
There were a lot.
there were a lot of them. 27 to be exact.
27 cast members.
27. I mean, how do you even fit that many people into one movie?
That's the question, isn't it?
It's insane.
It really shows you the scale Marvel's going for with this.
Doomsday.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
I mean, how do you tell a story with that many important characters
Right.
without it becoming a complete mess?
Maybe they'll have like these interwoven storylines.
Yeah.
Like happening at the same time, but like separate.
Like separate but connected?
Yeah.
Or maybe
they'll use some kind of like narrative device.
Oh, like what?
Like what if they do like a fracturing of realities,
Oh, yeah.
like in the multiverse?
Okay, yeah.
And that's how you get all these heroes from different universes
Coming together.
to face a common enemy.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be epic.
Okay, so among all these names, there's one that really stood out to me.
Who are you thinking?
Chris Hemsworth.
Thor.
He's back as Thor.
The god of thunder.
And what's interesting is he's the only original Avenger.
As far as we know.
Yeah, in the announced cast so far.
So it really feels like the end of an era
Yeah,
and the beginning of a new one.
like passing the torch.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes you think, like, what's his role going to be in all of this?
Right. Is he going to be like the veteran,
Yeah.
the mentor figure,
The one who's seen it all
connecting the old guard?
to this new generation of heroes.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet.
Okay, so speaking of new directions,
This is where it gets really interesting.
this is where things get crazy.
Robert Downey Jr.
He's back.
He's back in the MCU.
I mean, that's huge news in itself, right?
Huge.
But here's the twist.
He's not Iron Man.
He's not Iron Man.
He's playing Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Oh my gosh.
The arch nemesis of the Fantastic Four.
I did not see that coming.
What was your initial reaction when you heard that?
I was like, what?
I know, it's crazy.
It's like mind-blowing.
But it makes sense in a way.
How so?
Well, apparently Kevin Feige,
The head honcho at Marvel.
yeah, he really wanted Downey Jr. back.
Specifically for this role.
For Dr. Doom.
Oh.
And then you've got the Russo brothers directing.
The guys who did Infinity War and Endgame.
Exactly. They know how to handle these big, epic stories.
So it feels like they have a very specific vision
A very deliberate vision for Dr. Doom.
in the MCU.
Yeah, like they're not just bringing him in for a cameo.
No, this is like a major...
This is a game changer.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they're going to draw inspiration.
From the comics,
Yeah.
where Doom has played a more...
Complex role?
Yeah, like sometimes he's not even a villain.
He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would be so cool.
It would be a whole new take on the character.
Okay, so, and the surprises just keep on coming.
Oh, yeah, we're not done yet.
Because Avengers Doomsday is officially bringing in
The X-Men.
the X-Men.
Finally.
I know fans have been waiting for this forever.
It's been a long time coming.
So who do we have?
Patrick Stewart,
Professor X
back as Professor X,
and Magneto?
back as Magneto.
This is like comic book movie history in the making.
It's iconic.
It is.
I mean, these two are like the definitive
Yeah.
Professor X and Magneto.
For a whole generation of fans.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it just gives it this instant,
Legitimacy.
legitimacy and excitement.
Like, this is the real deal.
the real deal.
And it opens up so many possibilities.
Oh, yeah. Now we can finally see
X-Men interacting
with the Avengers.
with all the other MCU heroes.
It's going to be wild.
We've been dreaming of this for years.
And it's finally happening.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
We've got even more mutants joining the party.
We got Kelsey Grammer,
Beast,
back as Beast,
Rebecca Romijn,
as Mystique.
and finally,
Channing Tatum.
he's finally getting his shot.
I know they've been trying to make a Gambit movie for years,
It's been in development, hell,
but now he's finally here.
as part of the MCU.
It's like an X-Men dream team,
Yeah, they're really going all out.
which makes me think this isn't just a one-off thing
No, I think this is the beginning.
of their full integration into the MCU.
Yeah, Doomsday is like the launching pad
The starting point
for the X-Men to become
Yeah.
a major part
this universe,
of the MCU.
which raises a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, like how are they going to explain
Their history.
their backstory
Yeah. How does it all fit in?
with the established MCU timeline?
It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that, for sure.
Okay, but wait, there's more.
Buckle up.
Because we also got the cast for,
The Fantastic Four
who are obviously going to be huge players.
in this crossover event.
Yeah, this is like a whole other level of epicness.
It's getting out of control.
Also, who do we have?
Pedro Pascal.
As Reed
The
Richards,
Fantastic
Vanessa Kirby,
as Sue Storm.
the Invisible Woman,
Joseph Quinn
as Johnny Storm,
as Human Torch.
and Eben Moss Bachrach,
As Ben Grimm.
the Thing.
The ever-loving blue-eyed Thing.
I am so here for this.
Me too. This cast is amazing.
It's like they pulled out all the stops
No expense spared.
and introducing the Fantastic Four alongside the X-Men.
It really cements Doomsday as like
The ultimate crossover event.
nothing we've ever seen before.
And it kind of points to the multiverse being a major factor
Oh, for sure. Like maybe different realities are colliding.
or merging together.
And that's why all these heroes from different universes
Have to team up.
to save the day.
Oh my God, it's going to be insane.
I can't wait.
But with all these big names coming in,
There are some notable absences,
yeah, some people we were expecting to see.
but they're not on the list.
So, for example, no Tom Holland,
No Spider-Man.
no Mark Ruffalo,
No Hulk.
and despite all the hype around Deadpool and Wolverine,
No Ryan Reynolds.
no Deadpool,
And no Hugh Jackman.
no Wolverine.
So what do you make of that?
I mean, it's definitely surprising,
It is.
but maybe it's a strategic move
Yeah, maybe they're saving some characters.
for later.
For Secret Wars, maybe?
Yeah, or maybe they're just holding back.
To surprise us.
Yeah, keep some secrets under wraps.
Maximum Impact.
Okay, so there's also been some talk about,
Tino Huerta
yeah,
returning as Namor.
and as some people might remember,
He faced some allegations in the
Yes.
past.
right, and despite that,
Marvel is standing by him.
he's still in the movie,
He's still Namor.
and this has understandably led to,
Mixed reactions.
yeah, online. People are kind of divided on this.
It's a complicated situation.
It is
It really highlights the challenges
that studios face.
when dealing with these kinds of situations.
Yeah, when you have a cast member
Who's been accused of something.
and you have to decide,
Whether to keep them or recast them.
it's a tough call.
And it's going to alienate some fans.
No matter what you do.
It's a lose-lose situation in some ways.
Okay, so moving on.
Let's talk about the directors.
Yeah, because
Okay.
this movie is going to need some serious talent behind the camera
To wrangle all these characters.
and tell a coherent story.
And who better than those?
The Russo brothers,
They're back.
they're back to direct Doomsday.
After their amazing work on Infinity War and Endgame.
I mean, that's a huge relief.
It is. They know how to handle these massive ensemble casts.
And they're not just doing Doomsday,
They're also directing Secret Wars.
which is coming out.
May 7, 2027.
And Doomsday itself is set for release on...
May 1st, 2026.
So Marvel's got their plan all laid out.
They're thinking long term.
And it makes you think that Doomsday and Secret Wars
Are going to be like the new Infinity War and Endgame.
like a new two-part saga
Yeah, building on the multiverse storylines.
that they've been setting up.
You know, all these recent movies and shows.
And speaking of which,
What about all the other upcoming MCU projects?
yeah, how do they fit into all of this?
Well, for example, you've got Thunderbolts,
With characters like Yelena Belova,
the new Black Widow,
Winter Soldier,
and Sentry.
who's a really powerful character.
And kind of unstable,
Yeah, so they could definitely be a bridge.
connecting different phases of the MCU.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have Fantastic Four, First Steps,
Coming out next year,
which will probably introduce us to
the Fantastic Four.
before they get thrown into the chaos.
Of Doomsday?
It really feels like Marvel's constructing,
Of a whole new narrative.
yeah, after the Infinity Saga.
Like a new chapter in the MCU.
And Doomsday is like,
The turning point.
yeah, where everything changes.
And the future of the MCU is up in the air.
Okay, so what's the overall fan reaction been to all of this?
Oh, the internet is buzzing.
Social media is going crazy.
Especially Twitter.
So much excitement.
Especially for the X-Men reunion.
Yeah, seeing Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen back,
As Professor X and Magneto
it's a huge nostalgia trip.
for a lot of fans.
But there's also a lot of concern.
About how they're going to handle so many characters.
Yeah, 27 heroes in one movie.
That's a lot to juggle.
You know, people are worried,
That it's going to be too crowded.
yeah, that some characters will get lost in the shuffle.
Or that the story will be too convoluted.
And it's a valid concern.
It is. The Russo brothers did a great job with Infinity War.
Yeah, they balanced a lot of characters.
But this is even more.
It's the next level.
So it's going to be a challenge.
And then the other big question is,
Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
can he pull it off?
Can he be as compelling as he was as Iron Man?
But as a villain,
Yeah. And can he be as memorable as Thanos?
that's a high bar to set.
It is. Thanos was an amazing villain.
He really was.
So Dr. Doom has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
If Downey Jr. can live up to the hype.
Because the success of the movie might depend on it.
Yeah, if Dr. Doom isn't convincing.
The whole thing could fall apart.
So no pressure, Robert.
So to sum it all up,
Avengers
Doomsday,
is shaping up to be
a monumental event,
a potentially game-changing
multiverse epic
that's bringing together heroes and villains.
from all corners of the Marvel Universe.
The scale of this project
is mind-boggling.
is like nothing we've ever seen before.
And it really makes you think about
The complexities
of weaving together
so many different characters and storylines.
from different realities.
It's a huge creative challenge
But the potential is there.
for something truly amazing
Groundbreaking.
that could redefine the MCU.
For years to come.
So here's a final thought for you to ponder.
Hit me with it.
With such a massive cast,
And the merging of multiple universes.
what kind of unexpected character dynamics
Or surprising alliances.
might we see in Doomsday? Ooh, good question.
And how might those interactions
reshape the future of the MCU?
in ways we can't even predict right now?
Beyond Secret Wars.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up, everybody.
This is going to be epic.
Yeah.